The battle of the entertainers might well be the title for this match. Two of the most attack-conscious teams in Super League and an average of 50 points a match scored in the past 5 meetings in the Challenge Cup. Terrific support here, young and old, united here at Nosey Road with a passion for the game. A happy family crowd, all with dreams of on the way to Cardiff. The absence of the injured Martin Gleeson in the centre, Saints coach Ian Millward switches Lee Gilmore from the second row to counteract the size of Keith Senior and Chev Walker. No shortage of pace at half-back though. Prolific point scorer Sean Long, he'll be in operation. Speed should be a huge plus for Saints up front, especially around that ruck area. Kieran Cunningham back to his best, and a Millward surprise. Mickey Hyam starts at loose forward. Something old, something new in the Rhinos back division. Gary Connolly, who played 133 games for Saints, just needing 1 try for a career double century in British rugby. And Marcus Bai, the new lad from the Melbourne Storm, 4 tries in 2 games already. A tough and compromising pack with plenty of experience up front. 6'7" MacDonald, 17.5 stone McDermott, and skipper Kevin Sinfield, one of the best ball handling loose forwards in the game. 5 first-team squad forwards on the injury list for Saints, but it's a debut for former Samoan Rugby Union forward Mari Fasavalu, a big ask to step in a game against Leeds after less than a couple of months learning the game of rugby league. The ball in position, the 2 loose forwards, who will no doubt be going head-to-head this season when the Tri-Nations tournament comes along for the Great Britain jersey. Paul Sculthorpe on the left, on the right rather, assuming the captaincy for the first time this season. Kevin Sinfield in charge of the Rhinos in last season's Challenge Cup final. And Russell Smith, who aroused considerable anger from the Leeds fans for his handling of the Challenge Cup final last year. But after 13 seasons in the game and numerous Challenge Cup finals, he'll not be too bothered. Tough and compromising referee. Ideal conditions here at Nosey Road for the game, Jonathan.
Yeah, it's a great place to come, play rugby league. The crowd is on top of you. It's a very, very fast track. And as you said, the 2 most entertaining sides in Super League at the moment. The one battle I think will have a big outcome on this game will be the centres. Can Gilmore and Talau keep Walker and Senior in check? We'll find out.
I think the key to this game for St Helens will be Cunningham and Hyam, both I think on the field to cause problems around that ruck area. They did for Bradford. I think the big ask from Millward is, can they do it today, Jonathan?
Yeah, it's going to be a huge battle, and it's going to be very, very fast.
Bradford being defeated by Saints in the 4th round, 30 points to 10. And Leeds beating a very gallant Workington Town at 68-18. Penalty already.
Last tackle was a bit high. I gave him the benefit of the doubt. He's swinging an arm towards the head, okay?
Benefit of the doubt for Barry McDermott. Swinging an arm, says referee Smith.
Yeah, number 10.
Oh, yes, he was swinging an arm.
Yeah, that was a good swing. But he was warned, and they want to impose themselves, the Leeds forwards. But they've got to keep the discipline as well. We found her in Bradford. Once you give field position away against Saints, they're extremely dangerous in the opposition 22.
Keith Mason, number 16, former Melbourne Storm, teammate of Marcus Bai, who's on the Leeds wing now. It's Paul Sculthorpe, relishing the captaincy, driving forward, seems bigger, stronger than ever. Nice move, Hyam. Down the short side. Sculthorpe. Sean Long. Gilmore. Good tackling. Good tackle though from Chev Walker. On the 5th tackle. Oh! Good bounce, well picked up by Sinfield. Good tackling. Both of these sides, all the players will be wanting to get an early touch of the ball just to settle those nerves. Wayne MacDonald, former St Helens player, 6'7", leads with the tallest man in the game. 6'7" MacDonald, the smallest man Little Rob Burrow, 5'5".
Oh, get up it.
Connolly. Not the best of passes from Danny. Oh, picked up well by Cunningham. Typical burst from the Great Britain hooker. Fitter, leaner than last season. Jason Hooper. Saints playing at considerable pace from this ruck area. Dominic Fonati missing the ball, but not a knock on, says Russell Smith. Paul Wellens.
Yeah, a bit of a scuffle off the ball there, Hooper and McDermott. McDermott's got to try and keep his cool.
Significant St Helens putting a lot of pressure on here with Hyam and Cunningham. Sculthorpe, long. Good ball out wide, well taken out there by Willie Tallow. Shrugged off a couple of tacklers. Powerful Kiwi, signed at the back end of last season.
Go blind.
Oh, good long ball. Good tackling.
Change over.
St Helens using all the
Change over.
6 tackles. Significantly not putting a little grubber kick in over the
Get
goal area.
square.
Well, a bit of variety. There's good cover for the little grubber kick through.
Hold your line, lads, don't move early.
They did have numbers there, but the missed pass maybe wasn't the right option. They go through the hands.
That's one.
The Saints want to try and keep them in their own 20-metre area now. See how they work it out.
Hands on 2, behind the line.
Leeds driving away. Viewers might be interested to note the graphic at the top of our screens. The metres gained in the consecutive tackles. 12 metres in 2 tackles already. 17 in 3.
4, get up it.
McDermott, very experienced Leeds forward. Well, I don't know whether he got that away or it was knocked away, but Leeds still in possession. Kevin Sinfield. Cries of a forward, but not so. Keith Senior, he's got space outside him here. Oh, terrific tackle. That's offside.
Superb tackle by Sculthorpe. It was one that he had to make. There it is, just got him, but he had to make it. Senior was through.
We mentioned that normally the average is about 50 points when these 2 sides meet in the Challenge Cup, Jonathan, and already we've seen the ball from one wing to the other. Saints, Nick Fozzard, new signing from Warrington. Cunningham, beautiful ball for long, but I think he thought there was a gap there, but there wasn't. And Rob Burrow getting tied up in his boot.
Good tackle.
That's a beautiful ball. Now then, Mason just couldn't find the support, but St Helens finding the gaps around that ruck area. Cunningham to Long. Saints really hitting this Rhinos defence at pace. Sculthorpe. Well, I don't think anybody knows where the ball is. Picked up by Marcus Bai. Here's a chance for the Papua New Guinea lad.
Oh, poor pass. Should have held on there. Well, they've been under a lot of pressure there. He had to hold on there.
It's a poor pass, but you've got to admire these 2 sides. They throw the ball all about anywhere, don't they?
Yeah, not on the first tackle when he went under pressure, though.
I'll agree. Hyam, Sculthorpe. No. Oh. Here's a chance again. Danny Maguire couldn't quite keep his footing. But it's all action here at Knowsley Road. Saints and Leeds. Gary Connolly. St Helens turn to defend now. Barry McDermott, 9 years at Headingley since signing from Wigan. Britain prop. David Furner, former Canberra Raiders man. On the 5th tackle. Furner again. A little too hard.
That's when you need Burrows. He's got to put the kick in. You know, Burrows and Maguire have got to get a boss that situation. You don't want Furner kicking on the last tackle. If you want to keep the pressure on St Helens. Sean
Long. Break by Long. Good positional play by Connolly. He was up very close, didn't allow Long to get into any stride. That's experience of 3 decades of Challenge Cup rugby.
Yeah, the marker split. Not good play with the markers, but watch Gary Connolly. I have to say, one of the best defenders I've ever come across in either code, Gary Connolly. Superb one-on-one, deceptively strong.
Pozar. This is good, solid defence from Leeds. Matt Diskin, number 9 there. Mason.
Get back!
Referee Smith calling for Leeds right back to the line.
Lost control.
That's a bad mistake.
Yeah, just watching, lost control. You know, that's fatigue,
Come on, Danny,
lack of concentration. Just a few mistakes creeping in on both sides. It's been absolutely frantic first 8 minutes. Opportunities for both sides.
55.
Very little between the two sets.
Get up in one, quickly.
Forwards, 6 or 7 pounds, not a great deal of difference that in the game.
2.
Leeds made very, very little inroad into the transfer market this season. Just the wingman from Melbourne Storm, Papua New Guinea, Marcus Bai, the only signing. But a very, very good youth and academy programme at Headingley.
There we are, tackle. You just slow him down, mess about, stop him getting up. And from being in front of the Leeds posts, a knock on and a penalty, and now they're defending on the 10 metres, their own 10-metre line.
It's interesting, Jonathan, St Helens have been taking lessons with all-in wrestling gentlemen, looking at ways to hold people, put them down on the back.
Well, anything they can do to get any advantage over the rest of Super League, you know, they got to try and do.
Leeds, Maguire, tricky player. 2 tries, as we heard in Grandstand earlier in that semi-final. Keith Senior, but that's good tackling. Marcus Bai.
They're still going.
Desperate defence here from the Saints. A metre now from this Leeds line. Maguire to Sinfield. Has to come inside. Too big a gap between himself and Rob Burrow on the right-hand side. Gary Connolly. Good ball to Burrow. Little scamperer. Oh, he's fallen. Richard Duckenfield down there. Any news, Nick?
Well, just reflecting right on the vagaries of the English spring. A freezing cold in St Helens yesterday with snow flurries. Warm sunshine today. The pitch is very firm, which I guess suits both sides equally. I think that's been seen in the play so far. The sun, when it comes out, is very bright, and it's in the eyes of the Rhinos players, so it could give them problems with the kicks.
Certainly a lot of work put in by the ground staff here at Knowsley Road. St Helens Town soccer team using this pitch as well. That's holding down, and that might be worth a shot at goal. Diskin, the culprit. Would you go for goal, Jonathan, or would you have put it in the corner and kept up the momentum?
I would go for goal, right?
Yeah.
Got to take the points. If they're there on offer, you've got to take them.
I'd go as long as I didn't have to kick it.
Well, I'd go as long as you didn't have to kick it as well.
Oh, I saw you kick 1 or 2 in your time. Paul Sculthorpe then.
Wayne,
Not
get a foot on it when you're
taking
playing
the
it.
kick,
Foot on it.
as he very often would. Now to Sean Long.
Yeah, come mate, yeah. You what, Jeff?
653
No problem
goals in
there.
his career, this man.
It's very bad trying to pick your voice up. It's
Hardly
very blurry, Jeff.
any wind to help him. He doesn't need it. 2 points for St Helens, first on the scoreboard. Much to the delight of those youngsters who were sat on that wall when I arrived around about 12 o'clock today. Saints 2 then, Leeds Rhinos 0.
Deservedly so, I think. They've made the most of the early exchanges. Both sides need to settle.
Sinfield the former Samoan prop forward Apollo Perolini, who was actually conditioner at Sale last season, rejoined back St Helens, and I think he's done a tremendous job with the fitness and conditioning. I think we can see it in this St Helens side at the moment. Willie Talla. Good cover defence there again from Leeds.
I think they are trying to run down the channel of Rob Burrows. As you say, the smallest man in rugby league. They will try and expose him.
Lee Gilmore. Yes, he was tackled. The elbow and the ball hit the ground while a man was holding him.
It's very difficult for the player. You know, was he held?
I think he was. I think he was. Well, come on, say was he or wasn't he? Don't hum and down.
I've seen him given the other way. Carry on play.
Leeds need to assert themselves in this. Oh, good ball to Senior. He's just got Wells to beat to Maguire. Oh, and Maguire's in at the side of the post. This youngster started the move and he's finished it. A hat-trick of tries against Castleford last week, and another one on the score sheet. 4-2 for the Rhinos.
That is great exploitation of the short side. They spot the numbers, and it's a lovely deft pass by Maguire, who puts Keith Senior through the hole. What? Scunthorpe goes in.
Wait!
And that's it. You know, you've got to step in. Great play. Great support play.
Support.
Yeah,
Exactly what he should
what
be.
the short side won. You got a 3-on-2. He's worked a 3-on-2 from Diskin. Lovely play. Yes, Diskin goes, he sucks in, and he creates a 3-on-2. Bang, holds the first runner. Fayanati's got to come in there and take Senior. Unfortunately, doesn't do it.
This young lad, Danny Maguire, former East Leeds amateur, England A last season. Sinfield looking to add the conversion, and for the accompanying roars of 4,000 or 5,000 Leeds fans packed on the cot there, and that young kid, he scores it.
There we are, just watch this. Diskin does the job. Now Hooper goes in, it's a lovely pass. Fayanati's got to come in. The winger Fayanati's got to come in and take Senior, because this guy Maguire has held Hooper. Senior's hit the hole. Very, very well worked.
Matt Adamson,
That's one release.
former Penrith Panthers second row. Calderwood.
2, get square.
St Helens need to keep Leeds down here, just restrict the metres gained. Oh, no advantage. That'll be head and ball to St Helens. Barry McDermott thumps the ground.
Yeah, they didn't want that.
Easy mark, lads. Nice and steady. Kevin, you've got to stay in. We'll keep you back clean.
Took his eye off the ball.
He was looking at the tackler coming in, wasn't he?
2 hands, Paul. Come on. Let him up one.
Sean Long. Willie Talla linking up well down this. Oh, Fanati couldn't take it.
Misunderstanding there. I think Talla wanted him to come on the short ball. And they will try and exploit Fanati. He's new to the game. You know, on the short side, they did exploit him extremely well for that Maguire try.
Dominic Fanati, number 22 there in the bottom right of our screens, one of the two former Samoan Rugby Union World Cup signings Saints made this off-season.
Let him up one quickly.
Both making good progress. Matt Adamson,
Hand on 2.
man who played in that Challenge Cup final last year, just a fortnight after fracturing the cheekbone.
Come on!
McDonald. Looking out.
It'll be interesting. I think Sinfield might go for goal here.
Well,
Stealing the ball.
now then, does he steal it? Well, that is debatable.
Yes.
Did you mark, lads?
Might have been worth going for goal there just to open up that 8-2 lead. Possible.
Yeah, that's what I thought. And most of his kickoffs have gone the distance, so with a shot on the right-hand side here, Saints.
Burrow. Maguire. Oh! Connolly going without the ball.
Yeah, well read by Hooper. He spotted the danger, saw Gary Conley coming on the loop run.
Senior.
Oh, come on!
2 tackles remaining in this sequence. Sinfield again. Danny Ward. Icicle pass to Diskin. Here's danger now for Saints. Senior. Good covering there by Chris Joint on the last tackle. 3 metres from that St Helens line. Maguire again. No.
Lack of communication there again. Maguire was lined up for the kick. Here we are. As the ball goes out, Diskin does it. We stop it there. This guy has got to come in to clean Senior out. He doesn't do it, so Senior hits the hole. It's as simple as that. Lack of communication, and he's through. Inside ball, lovely try.
St Helens making good ground now in 3 tackles, 33 metres. Cunningham, he's lost the ball. That was surely knocked down, I think. Another 6 tackles. No, says the referee. Paul Wellens. Oh, here's a chance. Will he tell out? But that's a good tackle. Terrific cover tackle from Rob Burrow.
Great angle again by Talau.
Long. The ball. Oh, and there's a try. Mickey Hyam is over. Beautiful pass. Split the Rhinos' defence. And St Helens hit back in classic style. No try. Forward pass. Well, everybody on the ground except Russell Smith and the touch judge.
Well, this will give it. Oof. I think the call must have come.
Might have come from the touch judge on this.
Had to come, yeah.
On this near side, might have been from Mr. Martin with the yellow flag down here underneath our.
It must have come.
Gantry.
It must have come because Russell Smith didn't signal anything there.
No. Mark Edmondson on for the young Keith Mason.
Find the last one!
Rob Burrow.
Outside.
Yeah, 2 poor kicks. There's the line. Danny Ward was sucked out of that line. The pass was superb. Hyam hit the hole, but unfortunately the pass was forward.
Hyam again, an acting half-back to Cunningham. Slotted into the prop forward role at the first receiver. Willie Polchin, another Samoan player, on for Wayne MacDonald. This is good defence from Leeds. John Long. St Helens standing very, very flat, trying to fox this Leeds defence. Oh, a little bit of a misunderstanding.
Change over here.
Well, I can't understand that, why he's blown up so quickly as a changeover.
There's the ball. Ball bounces, unless he's given that as a knock-on. There's the kick. Ball bounces off a Leeds player. And Wellens did have the opportunity to kick it again, which he would have done.
Yeah.
So he must have thought that it was a knock-on by Sculthorpe. That's the only reason behind that.
I don't think there is an explanation. I think the whistle went to mouth and it was blown, and that was it. But nonetheless, Burrow. Great little play from Mr. Botto. Now then, he can sidestep. Good tackle there by Paul Wellens. Terrific tackle on Burrow, but it's Leeds on the attack down that right-hand side. Really poaching.
I hope you see a bad pass turn into something. Ball on the floor, like Brian Noble said. And he just ducked under Edmondson's tackle. Incredible.
Oh, he's a good player.
Watch him now. Here he goes. Bouncy in his hands. He just ducks under, doesn't he?
But this is a good tackle.
Great tackle, Wellens. Well, that's the danger, you know. Once you've got a bit of doubt, the ball will go to ground. It's bouncing on the floor. It just puts a little bit of doubt. They stand off you for that split second in the defensive line, and he's away.
Paul Sculthorpe then going in the scrum half row. And Cunningham assuming the loose forward role. Darren Albert, not seen much of him, but if he can just break clear, he can run. Chris Joynes.
Hands off 3, get square! Come on!
Nick Fozzard, good ball to Edmondson, but again... Now then, that was ripped out 1-1 by Chev Walker. That's another 6 tackles, surely. And a penalty against St Helens, not squared at the play of the ball.
I will go for goal again, right? There's a tackle. Chev Walker rips it out and just loses control, and he gets it. He dives on it. So play on, 6 tackles.
Well, both sides, Jonathan, opting for the try.
Yeah, I would have gone for goal.
Yeah. This Leeds defence been very sure around this ruck area. 2 forwards standing either side, guarding the gaps. Sculthorpe. Good ball to Wellens. Wellens is over. Paul Wellens in at the corner. Timed his run to perfection. Four more points for St Helens.
Well worked once again. As the ball comes out, it's long. Sculthorpe, watch the dummy runner. And that's a tackle, it has to be made by Maguire. Defensively they coped extremely well. There's the ball, there's Sculthorpe. First of all, watch dummy inside run, then the block behind him. Maguire's got plenty of time to make that tackle, look.
He goes too high, Jonathan.
Well, what St Helens are doing are clearly visible so early in the game. They're running at Maguire on the right hand side and running at Burrows. Watch, he drifts extremely well, doesn't make the tackle.
Paul Wellens, who's been in excellent form this season with injury, he missed the international programme, said he's never had a better preparation this winter, and he's showing it. 6 apiece. Sean Long with a difficult kick right out wide here on the touchline. But he has got the advantage of 5,000 or 6,000 St Helens fans behind him to blow it over if necessary. Trusty boot of Sean Long, and St Helens regain the lead.
Very good kick. And they're happy again. He's happy.
Doesn't look happy, does he?
Long way to go.
Sinfield. Again using this high kick, hoping to get a lot of the Leeds defenders down there in that 20-minute area before the ball drops.
Yeah, it's all about hang time, Ray. You know, they put the ball in the air. The longest in the air, the more distance the Leeds players can cover.
Jason Hooper.
And it's interestingly as well, you know, they know that Keith Senior is the danger man, and Hooper, who's a good defender, is just
He's moving out here,
Man-to-man
isn't he?
marking on Keith Senior.
Square, get square.
Sean Long. Oh, Calderwood going back rather leisurely to that. Good ground gain there by St Helens.
This is where Leeds have to work to get out here.
2 to me.
Ryan Bailey, just 20 years old from the Milford Marlins amateur club, coming on for Matt Adamson. Maguire. Oh, he's lost the ball. Picked up by Sculthorpe. Crashing tackle from his right-hand side. Here's a chance now for Mickey Hyam. The pressure here on Leeds.
That's one, let it up.
All from a mistake. Joint to Fozzard. Can he get it away? Yes, he does. Wellens again.
Numbers on the right-hand side, Ray. You've got to go right.
Hands off.
Senior's coming back.
Cunningham. Oh, Fozzard lost it, and here's Burrow now. Good tackle.
Let him up, boy.
Good tackle there from Sean Long, but holding down. Yes, I think Sean Long was definitely holding down there. He was wanting his colleagues to get back in defence.
Opportunity was lost by Sis. There's the tackle on Burrows.
It was a good job it was Sean Long, because not many would have had the pace to have turned round and caught
That's one.
the Leeds half-back. Diskin. Maguire again, using that short side down the line. Knock to the head there. Fozzard.
I think he was knocked to the head by his own player, Sculthorpe.
Danny Ward, good pass. Sinfield. This is good play now from the Rhinos.
Yeah, good play by both sides. Ball and tackle. Gilmoser was alert, had to step in.
Burrow again. Good play there by Darren Albert. If you noticed how Albert came inside, blocked the pass to the wingman, made Burrow turn back inside. Willie Poaching.
He's a very dangerous impact player, Willie Poaching.
On that fifth tackle. Sinfield. Little grubber. Wellens has got it covered. Oh, he's lost it! He's lost it! And Ryan Bailey has scored it, I think. We'll have a look at the video referee. Mr. Berry will have to adjudicate, but that looks a try to me.
Yeah, I think that Sculthorpe and Wellens get in each other's way. They get in each other's way, and Bailey picks up the spoils. It's as simple as that. Definitely all on sides, there's no question there. And there we go, as the ball, Wellens has got his covered really. He loses it. That is a try. But no, don't have to look anymore.
Bounces a little too high for him, doesn't it?
Yeah, Wellens. That's a try. No need to look anymore. Mr. Jeff Berry, video ref. That is a try.
And that is Ryan Bailey's first try in Leeds colours.
And what a time to have it.
If Mr. Berry gives it, we've assumed it is, Jonathan. Let's wait for the video referee. Here it is. It's a try. So all smiles on the cop from the Leeds faithful. 10-8 to Leeds. Kevin Sinfield with an 85% success rate at kicking. This should be a comfortable one for him. It is. Sinfield then, the skipper, edging his side out with another 2 points.
Yeah, that mate, no problem, Kev.
12-8 for Leeds.
It's a lovely deft kick. Sinfield, watch the bounce, that's the bounce, just gets behind him, and it's the contact between Wellens and Sculthorpe that dislodges the ball, and Wellens just picks it up.
I think from this angle, Jonathan, you can see it is more the contact, isn't it?
Yeah, watch the contact, number 13 Sculthorpe, he gets all the way, bang, nudges him. Easy try for Bailey.
For all credit to that lad, he was there following it up. Will they poach him?
Hands up, 2. Come on. Leave your leads.
Sinfield leading by example.
Mick Hyam has taken a bump.
Connolly coming up at just the right time, just giving those forwards a rest, putting pressure on that area around the play of the ball. Burrow, nice little stub kick.
I think Mick Hyam is going off.
Tell me if you can go through.
Mickey Hyam took a bang, possibly going for some treatment. Might need stitches.
Get in. Same in. We're all right now.
Yeah, I just think he caught a boot actually.
The new Samoan, Mari Fasavalu, coming in for some rough treatment there, but a good strong run. Cunningham.
Release, come on!
There's the injury. I didn't just see caught his, I said number 14.
4, get square! It's outside.
Gary Connolly looking after that safely.
Let him out,
Richard down there on the bench. Any news about the injury to Mickey Hyam?
Yes, Ray, Mickey Hyam walked straight past us here, straight down to the dressing room with the doctor putting his surgical gloves on. And you know what that means? His left eye looks a bit battered and he's going to need some stitches in it. But he'll be back.
I'm sure he will.
Lee, release, come on! Wait, Lee.
Danny Ward, whose father led Leeds to many a cup triumph. Diskin.
By the last, hands off!
Viewers probably remember his debut against Castleford in front of our cameras a couple of years ago in the Challenge Cup. Helens.
Very good kick.
And a good chase. Konate.
Hands off, 2. Come on!
St Helens using the big Samoan wingman to gain some ground.
Hey, hang on!
Cunningham.
4, come on, get square, come on!
Not a lot of metres gained in those 4 tackles, just 28 metres. That shows you the power of this pack. Oh, good ball to Skulkar. Now then, he's got men outside here. Chris Joint, nice draw by Joint. Can he get it away? No, he can't. Well intended by the Saints' second row.
Yeah, but that was an impossible ball.
On 4.
Great pass by Wilkin first of all. Skulkar gets it away. Good defence by Bai. He stays and that's trying to get his hands around Keith Senior in the tackle. Rather impossible.
John, we've got to stay. Wait, Rob.
Yeah, it's a big ask to get a ball around Senior. He's a 16-stone frame, isn't he?
Let him out, 1 quickly. Stu, come on.
Danny Ward.
Come back, 3, come on.
Former Dewsbury Moor amateur, Ryan Bailey.
Off shoulder. 4. Let him up.
Burrow. Oh, good tackling by Hooper. Forcing Leeds back there. Just 5 minutes remaining here in this first half. Leeds leading by 4 points. Oh, now this is a bad one for St Helens. Obstruction there.
Yeah, Lee Gilmore just runs straight into Barry McDermott, and you can just shield your full back a little bit, but that was far too obvious.
Very silly from Gilmore. You can stand, you no need to move out of the way of a man who is following up a ball, but you can't move towards him. Paul Sculthorpe not very happy with the decision, but
I don't think he is happy, no.
no. But a referee of Russell Smith's calibre will never change it.
No.
12-8. And a vital kick here, because this would mean that if it was successful, St Helens would have to score twice.
Time, please, and a minute.
Started his career as a 16-year-old with that Leeds, this lad. Now the skipper. And 3 goals from 3 attempts. So, the indiscretion from Lee Gilmore, bringing a little delight to those fans. St Helens trailing.
Here it is, look. Lee Gilmore just runs across, makes contact with Barry McDermott. Barry McDermott wasn't going to get to Helens, and on the last tackle with Helens underneath, there is silly play by Lee Gilmore.
I mean, Paul Wellens had caught it superbly, hadn't he? He'd done everything right, there was no problem. 2 points given away. Burrow looks for support from the bigger men, finds it in Willie Poaching.
That's one, release.
Liskey. Bailey.
Hands up, 2. Hands up, Mark.
Oh, knocked on. Now then, a possibility for St Helens to hit back here. Less than 3 minutes remaining in this half. A chance for a succession of 6 tackles.
Steady. Kevin, steady.
Again, no, wrong weight in the pass.
Let him in 1.
Opportunity saved just before half time.
Chris Joint, good pass.
Hands up, 2.
Cunningham.
3, release, on your line.
Mark Edmondson gaining ground there. Sean Long.
No.
But again, this Leeds defence sound. 2, 3 men tackling anything in red and white. Sculthorpe again. 2 minutes remaining. Leeds tackling frantically here on their own line. The last tackle. The ball out to Sean Long. St Helens are running it. Oh, here's a chance for Sage to Hooper. He's in at the corner. Dominic Ferrati. The Samoan scores again. Superb handling at speed. 3 tries in 4 games for the big man. And Saints a chance to get back on level terms.
It's a play, they come this way, they don't done it with Wyatt.
Very difficult to see it from this. There's the ball, there's a 2-minute, so they hold the defence. They've got an overlap. Well, a little bit of obstruction maybe by Chris Joint, and then it was just a give and take there.
But as a wingman, you have to take these balls, Jonathan, and you have to get them down.
Very easy, very well. What's that? You know, does he hinder him a little bit? It'll be interesting to see what they say in the studio, Dennis and Brian, because I felt that Chris Joint, watch Chris Joint here. There he is, there's the pass, there's Chris Joint's head there. I think he just gets in the way and stops Maguire from drifting, which creates a 3-on-2, I feel.
Very happy Dominic Ferrati. And can we see a very happy Sean Long? 14-12 for Leeds. Long with a very similar kick to the conversion made a little earlier.
Time back on, please.
Big crowd here, all quiet. It's a good effort. Oh, just fades across the post. Superb effort from Sean Long. Well, Jonathan, this is anybody's match.
Yeah, if you just watch this as the ball comes out here. Stop it there, stop it there. Watch. Is that obstruction? He runs on. If we run it on, bang, stops it. And what does does happen then, he stops the drift to get across. There's still an overlap there, but he just stopped the drift, and I'll be interested to see what the boys in the studio think. But it's still anyone's game, Ray. No one's really dominant, Saints or Leeds, and it's still anyone's game. You know, the defences are coping admirably, but it's the creative ability of both sides that are exciting everyone.
What a match, so many similarities with last season's classic semi-final. The advantage moves back and forth, Danny Maguire combining superbly with Keith Senior to put Leeds ahead. They would stay ahead when Sean Long's pass was correctly ruled forward, but no doubt when St Helens dummy forwards and runners created the opening for Paul Whelan, St Helens would regain the lead with Sean Long's conversion, but then the advantage would switch again. The bounce of the ball, defensive confusion. Ryan Bailey with his first try for Leeds. 15-8 the Broncos. But then a moment ago, Dom Foenardi showed the fight that's still with St Helens. Question mark over obstruction. But St Helens have got it back to 15-14 at the end of an outstanding first half here at Knowsley Road. The opinions of Dennis Betts and Brian Noble coming up. Let's go down to the touchline first of all.
Well, Leeds stalwart Francis Cummins sitting this one out. Francis, 2 points in it. A fair reflection on the play of the first half?
I think so. I think it's been played at a great pace, and it's been back and forth really. I think just shows it back into there. If you're going to give a mistake away, a team like Saints can get 4 points.
Can we recognise the influence of the new coach Tony Smith on the Leeds side? It's not quite a safety first. There's some quite risky stuff, isn't there?
It is, yeah. I mean, the thing is that, I mean, I know what he says. If it's in front of your plate, but we've just got to get the basics right in his own 20-30. We've given him a few easy balls there, and you know they can capitalise on it.
Thanks so much, Francis.
Thank you,
Brian, Dennis, first thing needs to be said, great first half.
End to end, just breathtaking. I think I counted it was the 27th minute before there was a kicking general play that would take the ball out for a rest for everybody. It's exciting stuff.
And without that St Helens try just before half-time, you might have thought that Leeds were starting to get on top.
I didn't feel that though. I'm sorry, Steve. It's just like mistakes are just ruling this game. What you're expecting one side to make an error to let the other side back into it. It's just like St Helens had lots of field position. They've created lots of opportunities. Then they give the ball away. Yeah. Like Brian says, it's been handovers on their 5 metre line, on Leeds' 10 metre line, all mistakes, and then Leeds have just clawed their way back up the field and got themselves in front in this game.
Well, let's take a look at some of the mistakes and some of the good things that have produced tries in this first half. First of all, Danny Maguire, great work putting in alongside Keith Senior here.
Yeah, if you look at Sculthorpe here, his first motions forward, he's too aggressive at marker, and this is the movement he should have made. He should have come sideways to keep it 3-on-3. As he gets out there disking, this makes it a 3v2, and it's great skills that. Good awareness from Senior to back inside, good support play there from Maguire.
And St Helens defensively rather pulled apart there.
Well, it's hickory dickory dock, the mouse ran up the clock. Look at this, he's found a hole, he's gone straight through it and backed up as well, and this is what they're harsh. We talked about their support play, they're on the end of everything, they're up every channel and they'll exploit things. I think Dennis's point that he makes, that the speed and the franticness of this game, if you like, Steve, is making it exciting for me, and I think the first team that settled down and shows a little bit of composure will probably edge the game, but who's that going to be?
A couple of refereeing decisions which require examination, but maybe the disallowed St Helens try, forward pass, maybe this was correct.
Yeah, I think if you look at the overhead shot, there's no doubt that he passes it. If you look at the halves, there's usually a general indication. If you look at the player that passes the ball hands, if they're pointing forwards, it's generally going to be a forward pass, so Saints will have no qualms there. This was a little bit of a difficult angle because I was going off on one saying, yep, definitely a try, but when you look at the overhead shot, it really is great play from Saints. They've seen a hole at the centre of the sticks and poor numbers through it, so they'll feel a little bit disappointed there.
But what really characterised St Helens in the first half? The use of the dummy runners which produced this try for Paul Wellens, 25 minutes gone.
Well, if you look here, when we stop it on this edge here, as soon as Sculthorpe gets the ball and starts attacking, you see Maguire who's circled here. Maguire's facing. He's looking at the dummy runner coming through the line, which creates some space. That's the dummy runner there. It creates space for Wellens to run into. It's just on the outside shoulder as he turns his head in to catch that dummy runner coming through there. And as Wellens catches it there, this is the tackle that Maguire should make. I don't think his coach will be too happy about that. And Wellens is just too strong.
Hooper makes the play, Steve. He's the man that creates the money ball. He attracts Maguire for that fraction of a second that makes the tackle play a little bit more difficult. So you're right, they're sending people through in numbers, and I think if we watch the next try, it may be a contentious issue for Leeds.
But then at the other end, it was advantage Leeds once again. Bounce of the ball perhaps, but also Ryan Bailey's opportunism here.
Ryan's just pushing hard with the ball there. He's not switching off. He knows that he's going to get something out of this. Two players clashed. I don't think Wellens actually had hold of that ball. But I think the ground's pretty hard. We talked about before about the conditions out there. This ball, it bounces really hard here. Comes up just above his head, but that's a catchable ball. Wellens should take those all day. Ryan's pretty smart, keeps switched on, takes it clean and puts it down.
Who makes the ball that stupid shape to make it do that? Coach killers, they really
But then
are.
just before half-time, St Helens back in touch with foe and artist. Tried dummy runners or obstruction. What
This
do you
is
think?
obstruction. I think first of all I was saying, well, maybe he's got to get round him if he's there, but Brian said no.
What's
And
he
as we
doing
watch it in slow motion, he's in the line, he's in the defensive line, and he's getting in somebody's way. He's stopping him for that fraction of a second that creates the ball that Wilkin throws to make it a money ball.
Ask yourself the question why he's there. He's in front of the attacking line. He's there to do one thing, cause a little bit of disruption and vision in the Leeds defensive line. But I have to say that Saints must have a thing about Leeds' left side, because they're caning it. All their pass plays, all their obstructions. You see clearly there that Joint's well in front of the ball. If there's a dummy runner, he's not in a position to catch the ball. So maybe Leeds will feel a little bit aggrieved about that one. But it's great skill to finish the play off. You know, when he gets in at the corner, good hands.
St Helens fortunate. It's made it an even better cup tie though, wasn't it? Just 1 point in it. Terrific
as I
stuff.
say, I think the strength of Leeds' bench may just tip the balance, because I think the players that they're bringing on are experienced campaigners, but who knows with this Saints side, that they're running out of dummy half. They're seeing any little hole, they're putting Leeds on the back foot, and when they've got Leeds on the back foot, they're exploiting them.
Great cup tie here. Earlier this afternoon we saw the other half of Leeds rugby. Leeds Tykes beaten at Sale in the semi-final, the first semi-final of the Power Gen Cup. The space given to Jason Robinson midway through the first half produced the expected punishment, and 33-20 the margin of victory by which Sale booked their place in the Twickenham final. Let's get some of the reaction from within the Leeds camp.
Well, Jim, you've just signed an extension to your contract here. What a way to celebrate.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic. You know, it's a tremendous thing for a club to get to a final of a cup competition, and I'm delighted for all the players, for coaching staff around Shepherd, and for Brian Kennedy, the owner, and all the supporters. It's tremendous.
We've got no complaints really. Sale outplayed us in every department of the game, and you know, all credit to them, and you know, it'll take a good side to beat them in the final.
How does it feel? How pleased are you to be just a match away from European qualification?
Yeah, it's amazing really. You know, we've certainly had our ups and downs. We have been inconsistent, particularly in the Zurich Premiership. So to say now we're going for a final at Twickenham, and as you say, you know, just to get that European spot will be a fantastic achievement for us in this sort of inconsistent year.
Any news on Mark Regan?
He's okay. He's just a little bit sore. I think his ego's a bit bruised as well, but he's okay. He's just got a sore shoulder, and he'll be fine.
Well, one worrying element, of course, Graham Bond's injury. What can you tell us about that?
Yeah, not too much as yet, unfortunately. We don't know. We think he's just had a stinger to the shoulder, and hopefully he'll make a full recovery very shortly.
Well, another semi-final tomorrow. Who do you fancy in the final at Twickenham, Newcastle or Pertemps Bees?
I think, what's the expression now? You say, oh, anybody, it doesn't matter. But of course we might be cheering for the underdogs a little bit. But, you know, whoever gets there, we'll look forward to it.
Yeah, Sale are through. Second semi-final, Newcastle against those First Division upstarts of Pertemps Bees. That's on Sunday Grandstand tomorrow, on the air at 1:30, BBC 2, followed by Rugby Special from Newcastle, which comes later in the evening. OK, we'll be back with the second half of this terrific Challenge Cup tie here at Knowsley Road, St Helens and Leeds in just a moment or so. Let's bring you up to date with the latest football of the afternoon now.
Thanks, Steve. The details behind the half-time scorelines. First of all, how Chelsea cut the gap on Premiership leaders Arsenal to 6 points. Harry Grayson reporting.
Enterprising, competitive, unlucky. That was Bolton for 45 minutes. JJ Okocha 3 times, Davies twice, and Pedersen, who hit the post, found Chelsea's fourth-choice goalkeeper Marco Ambrosio faultless. But those opportunities missed were costly. Chelsea were different in the second half. When John Terry scored on 71, there was an inevitability about it all. Duff's goal 3 minutes later ended Bolton's hopes. Chelsea are still in with a shout at the Premiership, but at times they rode their luck today.
Leaders Arsenal have taken their unbeaten record to Blackburn. Damien Johnson reporting.
0-0 here, Ray. Both sides wearing black armbands in memory of those who died in Madrid. We've had a bizarre disallowed goal. Thierry Henry nicked the ball off Brad Friedel's toe as he was about to drop kick it clear. He put it in the net, but referee Alan Wiley ruled it out, a decision which will have us all consulting the rule book. Arsenal have gone close through Pires and Reyes. Rovers' best chance, a header from Craig Short, cleared off the line.
Charlton have managed to score. Andrew James can tell us all about it.
Yes, a Matt Holland chip shot worthy of the finest golf course has Charlton ahead at the break, but Borough hit a post through Zenden early on, and they should have scored when Job and Janino had a 2-against-1 with Charlton keeper Kiley. Sven-Göran Eriksson's watching from the stands, but with 5 draws in the last 7 games between these two, he's unlikely to get too excited today.
Leicester's first game since the La Manga incident is away at Birmingham. Manish Bhasin reporting.
0-0 here, Ray, and if Mickey Adams was hoping the turmoil in Spain would have a galvanising effect on his players, and he's been proven right. Leicester, despite some stick, as you'd expect from the Birmingham crowd, began the sharper. Muzzy Izzet caused mayhem with an early corner, and Les Ferdinand forced Mike Taylor into a save from outside the area. But Birmingham, unbeaten in 8, have finished stronger, with Stan Lazaridis and Mikel Forsell putting decent chances straight at Ian Walker. And Birmingham's Robbie Savage has riled a few of his ex-teammates, but nothing new there. 0-0 here at St Andrews.
Final score after the rugby, back to Steve Ryder.
And here at Knowsley Road, the Leeds Rhinos dressing room after an action-packed first half of this 5th round Power Gen Challenge Cup tie has seen Leeds getting ready for the second half, a point ahead of St Helens. St Helens 14, Leeds Rhinos 15. Extra time is a possibility at this stage of the competition today, and of course these two sides produced extra time when they met in that extraordinary cup semi-final last season. But great first half. Dennis and Brian, what's going to decide this match, do you think?
Both should have to decide. They're both playing at 1,000 miles an hour. The team that settles the most and is prepared to just exchange a little bit of field position on each other will get there. But Ian Millward there was very, getting his graphics out, he was graphical in the fact that he obviously wants them to do something. So they've got their tails up. I think they see some opportunities, but Leeds have been in tight games already this year at half-time. They can kick on, and well, it's going to be interesting. I'm back on the fence now.
I think Brian made a point there. It's like, when you look at Ian Millward there, I think he's highlighting this left-hand side. He's telling them to pick plays out and run straight at them and then change their angles late. I think that there's some poor decision makers on their left-hand side of the Leeds defence, and I think you'll find that they'll highlight them. They'll go off the floor really quick, and then they'll highlight the left-hand side and attack that. But this is anybody's game. I'm leaning towards St Helens now. This is the kind of game that they wanted. They wanted it like a little bit frantic. They've got the backs against the walls. They've got players out injured, and they wanted it frantic. They wanted to disrupt Leeds, and Leeds are disrupted because I think they thought they'd come here with a solid side and be nice and solid and do the things that they've worked on week in, week out, and they've not got what they wanted.
A lot of discussion, a lot to organise quite clearly in both those dressing rooms. But it's Leeds who head out first of all, and they will look to build on this 1-point lead they had going into the second half here. 2-point lead, 14-12. Leeds are ahead of St Helens coming into the second half here. So completely in the balance, and a great cup tie second half coming up. Round 5 of the Power Gen Challenge Cup. St Helens and Leeds stand by for a great second half with Jonathan and Ray Finch.
Just one misconversion, the difference between these two sides. Tries for Leeds from youngsters Maguire and Bailey, and for St Helens from Wellens and the new boy Dominic Fonati. Tickets for this match were sent to Folkestone, Malvern, you name it, all over the country, and I'm sure, Jonathan, they're enjoying this match.
Yeah, and as Brian said, and Dennis said, you know, errors made, Rhinos 10. Maybe, you know, they've got a solid side. They want to get that error rate down. It's going to be, look, it's very evenly matched, and they mentioned about composure and patience. Saints wanted to be frantic and mad because, you know, the more open the game is, the more dangerous they are. But the control and composure, whoever, you know, asserts most of that will go a long way winning this game. But as we said before half-time, it's going to be very, very close right till the end.
Leeds coach Tony Smith, a former Illawarra and St George player, already on the walkie-talkie, issuing directions. He obviously wants somebody to be standing somewhere to receive this kick-off. Put a bit of steel into this Rhino side as this new man.
such a tight game, and you know, I've got to pick man of the match, and at this particular moment, I've got no idea who it is.
I'll leave it with you.
Thanks.
Somebody will emerge in this next 40 minutes, I'm sure.
Surrender! Surrender! One!
And Mickey Hyam, you know, is back on.
Yes, and I think St Helens need Mickey Hyam back on. I think they need that extra space and pace around there. The space that he creates and the pace that he uses to go through those gaps. Diskin. Ryan Bailey. Leeds making good ground with this bigger pack. Just look up on the top of the screen there, 48 metres. Still going is Bailey. Oh, terrific run by the young 20-year-old.
It's a very, very good set.
Diskin, Willie poaching. Interception.
There he is again. The poacher read the play extremely well, went in, stole the ball. Watch him. He's just watching the ball. Knows the ball carrier can't get the ball beyond him. He had to hold it. He closed space on very well.
I think we should explain to viewers, Jonathan, that both Long and Maguire, for defensive purposes, placed out very, very wide.
Yeah, they do. You know, in the defensive system, you know, your half-backs are outside your second rows. You know, that's where you want to get your pace. And Wellens is away with instant support from Hyam.
Well, I think he had to dummy because Mark Calderwood was coming across. He had the pace to track Hyam down, but here to St Helens again. Sculthorpe down that right-hand side. Hooper just can't get away there. Good tackling out wide there by Marcus Bye. Chris Joint. Oh, Sloan just nearly got there, did Fasavalu. Fanati, rather.
Still five.
Okay. Once again, St Helens not taking opportunity there when within reach of that Rhinos line.
Yeah, back to the defensive.
Oh, there's a knock-on.
That's a bad mistake. Back to the defensive formation. You know, you want your half-backs either side of your big second rows. You want your quick men on the outside, so forwards on the inside, back rows, loose forwards, half-backs on the outside, inside your centres and wings.
And he's too eager, isn't he? I mean, he's 6'1", he just can't get down so quickly. You know, you need a little Rob Burrows scampering around there, or a hooker like Diskin.
As we said, patience, no mistakes.
Cunningham.
That's an unforced error. This will put Leeds under pressure now from this situation.
Lee Gilmore. Long. Using Hooper well, but again,
Pass nearly put Hooper on the outside, and there he is for Narty again.
Narty.
The monster, this guy.
Oh, he's a strong lad. Chris Joint, Sean Long, Sculthorpe. They've got some space out wide here with Willie Tallow. Good ball to Wellens, and Wellens is in! And Paul Wellens in for his second try of the afternoon. Again, another timely intervention, but it was the pass that gave him the chance.
And watch the Charnley comes down again. As Dennis Bett said half-time, you'll be looking at the left-hand channel. There's the pass, very slow and laboured. But watch Rob Burrows, number 7. They've got overload. He tries to get across to make the tackle. The drift was too slow.
The defence out wide for Leeds were a little bit static there, Jonathan. A little bit standing, weren't they?
Well, they're drifting very, very slow. You know, the dummy runners are coming in and they're standing the defenders up. There's not one, there's 2 defenders being stood up, and the drift is then too slow out wide.
I mean, a good attempt from Rob Burrow coming across, but he's just not big enough, is he?
Yeah, watch him now. It's a bad line anyway, but the drift is so slow. You know, you've got to drift a lot earlier than that. Up quicker, drift quicker.
John Long and Paul Wellens there, the the try scorer. In terrific form this year in defence and attack. Long with his 5th shot at goal. No, nowhere near.
Yeah, watch that. They go up. As the ball comes across, there's the dummy runner. You know, 2 players stop because of Sculthorpe, and then the extra man is outside.
Chev Walker went up rather slowly.
There's some going up with them, some staying back.
But all credit to Helens, the timely intervention.
It's just a lazy defence, I think.
Just 2 points the difference between these two sides again then. Chris Joint and St Helens sensibly just holding the ball in the pack, seeking ground. 15 metres gained, 21 metres gained. Hyam to Long. And Connolly. Marcus by. And lastly, St Helens fans underneath the gantry here beginning to roar, and well, no signs from that man yet as to whether he thinks the game's won or lost. But again, this Leeds pack moving very, very well down the midfield. Barry McDermott. Well, I did say very well. Sculthorpe picks it up. No advantage, surely.
You know. There's the passing Barry Mack. Can't take it. I think it's Furner. Just loses possession. He's looking to offload an attack of Sculthorpe.
Once again, St Helens employing the tactic of Cunningham slotting into the loose forward position and using this big man, Funati. He's learned the game very, very quickly since he came in from Rugby Union.
Well, being that size, it does help a little bit, Ray, I think.
It does. Oozing the pass from the crowd for a high tackle, but I think that will be a penalty, not the high tackle. Barry McDermott couldn't resist, pulling him down to the ground. And a chance for Sean Long. Long with just a 50% accuracy rate this afternoon, in contrast to the 100% from Kevin Sinfield.
Well, after the penalty, but it's down for some reason.
All right, mate. Second back, Dan.
Sidley.
Yeah, as long as you get up late. Oh, no problem. No, not all, mate.
Sean Long then, it's about 25 metres out, just to the right-hand side of this right-hand upright. It's the 2 points, the flags go up from Mr Martin and Mr Marshall.
Yeah.
Quiet satisfaction on the terraces, and at last that's roused Ian Millward, the Saints coach, to a little bit of action. He's left his seat in the stand. This is what it was all for.
Yeah, tackle's made. Barry McDermott gets up, Edmondson gets up. He wants to play the ball. Barry McDermott just throws into the floor.
Keith Mason. McDermott, number 10, they're putting in a lot of tackles. Sculthorpe having a good game. He's a candidate for the man of the match.
Yeah, he runs hard, doesn't he? Whatever he does, he's a ball player. He makes the hard yardage. You know, he hits around the rucks. He stays wide for the long balls.
Long. I think significant this half when we talked about Ian Millwall discussing tactics at half-time. I'm sure he's instructed Long to kick a lot more.
Yeah, but I think the two channels are, you know, Maguire and Burrows. They're fantastic young players. Physically not as strong. It's another silly penalty. Physically not as strong maybe, and that's where they're going to attack, down those channels. This is another penalty. Chris Joint, and that Hooper just flops and holds him down a little
What
bit.
did I say about All In Wrestling, holding the man down on his back? I think they'd get the bout for that.
That's one for me.
Ryan Bailey. Leeds hitting back. Half an hour remaining in this Power Gen Challenge Cup 5th round. Oh, Sean Long has intercepted. He's lost the ball. Oh, goodness me. He set off like a hare and somehow lost the ball.
His long passes again, watch him. He reads the play very well. Oh, he was away then. He just had to control the ball. I'm sure Gary Connolly was glad that he lost that ball. That could have been a long chase.
Chev Walker, first real touch in midfield, the big Leeds centre. Danny Maguire, dodging, weaving, can't get through.
Great tackle. Edmondson, superb tackle.
Sinfield.
On your line. Quick take.
Disky shrugs off a couple of defenders, can't get rid of that man though. Still Leeds on the attack. Maguire, oh, beautiful one-handed pass out. Matt Adamson being forced across the field though. Back to Sinfield. Speedy passing here. Ryan Bailey again.
That's good defence, good defence.
On the 5th tackle, there's a chance in at this corner. Poaching's going, oh, he's lost the ball. It's still with Leeds. Bailey again. St Helens coming out quickly. Sinfield. Oh. Darren Albert. Helens.
Such a fast game, right?
But are bound to be quite a few points, I think, in the last quarter of this match. They really will tire. Bonatti coming in again. Cunningham seizing the opportunity from that to play the ball position. Good ball out to Gilmore. Tallow had to clasp that back again to Long. Wonderful handling here, but they are being forced back. No, they're not. Here's Helens.
Yeah, good one-on-one with McDonald. Took him, spotted him.
Sean Long now.
Outside.
Did he need to create and miss out of a few players there? I don't think he did.
As the ball, watch the defence here. The ball comes wide. They're short on the right-hand side. Look, one player comes in, two players comes in, three players comes in from Saints. If one player in the defensive line comes in, they've all got to come in. And there was a very well organised scramble defence there by Saints.
Back in the action here, a penalty against St Helens for not lining up at the play the ball. Gratefully accepted there by Kevin Sinfield.
It's a great cup tie this, right?
Willie Poaching. Just 4 points the difference. 18-14 to St Helens. Kevin Sinfield. Oh no, he hasn't lost it. He has lost it.
He has. Great hit by Kieran Cunningham.
Edmondson. He's lost it. What are they doing? It's like patter ball this. Nick Fozzard.
Just hold on.
We said they were the two most attack-conscious sides in the game, but this is getting a bit ridiculous. Richard, any further news there? Anything about Ian Millward's tactics?
Well, it was noticeable that Nick Fossard's now back on, of course, and a few moments ago Ian Millward came down to the bench, as he has done before in this game quite a few times, and he had quite a long talk with Fossard. He was obviously impressing something on him about the way this game should go, and Fossard came on, freshish set of legs, so it'll be interesting to see what happens now.
Well, that's a mistake, Sculthorpe. I think he stayed back in his 40 to go for the 40-20, concentrate too much on his feet, being inside the 40 and just sliced it into touch.
This Challenge Cup, first held way back in 1897, always brings the best out of these rugby league clubs. Whether the amateurs from Wharf Brow or Cardiff, or whether the professionals like St Helens or Leeds. Diskin to Sinfield. Still forcing St Helens back to the line. Rob Burrow trying to go underneath again. Diskin again. Good running by Diskin. Oh, he's lost it.
He's lost it. He's had a few opportunities, Leeds.
He's took a little bit of damage to his arm, I think, Jonathan.
Good run. He tries to turn, looks where the overstretches could have damaged his shoulder. I've been very impressed with Diskin. He's come on so well in the last couple of seasons.
He was captain of the England A side last year in the European Nations Tournament, Matt Diskin. So after all that pressure, St Helens come away with the ball. Nick Fossard, obviously with a job to do around that play the ball earlier, make the meters. Sculthorpe.
I'm sure Millward will just say, look boys, just hang on to it for a nice set of 6 and get a good kick in.
Hyam. Cunningham, good ball to Gilmore.
That's far too easy for Saints.
Oh, there's nobody coming. Tarrow, this is it. Well, a little bit of a laziness there on St Helens' part. No runners either side of Long.
Well, I don't think they misread the tackle count there. It was the last tackle and Long was caught in possession. The kick should have gone in.
Danny Ward. Wayne MacDonald. Leeds with 3 big forwards on their subs bench. Maguire again with that little dummy. Oh. Well, that's sharp refereeing there by Russell Smith. He's judging that it was offside.
But as the ball goes in, it comes on Fainati. Edmondson is offside. But I feel very, very sorry for players in that situation. It's an instinctive reaction to catch the ball. You're running at it, the ball's just coming into your face. You've got to catch it, but what it does give is a very good attacking position.
Andrew Doonerman, former Halifax player, good footballer. He'll come on in the hooking role, or Burrow will go hooker, one of the two. Potentially 3 classy half-backs on for Leeds now. But Saints still defending desperately. There is Doonerman. Little skip and a hop. Sinfield. The St Helens fans getting behind this defence here now. Maguire. Nowhere to go.
Well, they've got all the attacking players on now. Diskin is off. You've got Doonerman, Maguire, Burrows,
Sinfield. On the 5th tackle. Will a little grubber kick perhaps break up this St Helens line? Doonerman, good ball to MacDonald. Sensible for MacDonald to come, remember. He's 6'7". If they dropped him down, he might have stretched over. Sculthorpe. Oh, that's offside from MacDonald, surely. Yep. He knows it.
That's the frustration of being caught with the ball. Foster did a good job in wrapping him up.
If St Helens go on to win this game, Jonathan, will that period of defence have done it for them, do you think?
Yeah, I think, especially when they came in and spotted people, You know, it is. It's a great run by Sculthorpe. Determination to get out there. But yeah, the defence has been very, very good.
Coming into that final quarter now, just over 20 minutes. Minutes going. Surely something's got to give here. Surely some more points will come on the board. Kieran Cunningham to Keith Mason.
Still, 20 minutes to go, and that's when people like Rob Burrow will come into this game. Tired forwards, Neddy a superb tackle.
Holding down. Might have been a superb tackle, but the pocket rocket, as he's known around the Headingley area, Rob Burrow holding down.
And again, that's the angle that they will come. They will come at Burrow, they will go at Maguire.
St Helens then leading 18-14, here with a chance to increase that lead. 18 metres now from the Rhinos line. Mickey Hyam to Fozzard. Big, powerful man. Edmondson edging nearer. Will a drop goal eventually be worthwhile? Perhaps a little early yet for that. Sculthorpe. They've got a good ball there to Gilmore, but that's good tackling. Quick play the ball. Oh, Sculthorpe's lost it.
Try to go on. Crowd paying for offside.
Calderwood. Relentless battle between these two sides. Terrific tackling. Ward. Walker, Calderwood, he's away down this right-hand side. He's got Paul Wellens to beat. Beautiful sidestep inside. Can he get the ball away? He gets it to Burrow. Oh, terrific recovery again from that man, Paul Wellens. But still Leeds on the attack. Has that long pass allowed St Helens to cover across? Marcus Bye. Back again to Maguire. Maguire. Still Leeds. The ball judged to have gone behind. Nice little one-handed pass there to Connolly. He gets it away. Back again to Calderwood. Oh, and Cunningham finally puts him down.
The strong defence is superb, Ray.
The fifth tackle. Oh, he knocked on surely.
Superb
turnover.
Superb defence.
And that man, Kieran Cunningham, his season was ruined by injury last year, but he's back to his best. Fozzard. This is the time for the St Helens forwards to assert themselves here. They've got to get out of this half. It's hard work. Chris Joint been doing it for over 10 years here at Knowsley Road. Sculthorpe. Oh, beautiful pass inside. But well read by the Leeds defence. Sean Long. Good kick, just sending Connolly back. Needs an effective chase, and there is one. Courtesy of Willie Tallow. Calderwood hasn't had many opportunities, just that one when Paul Wellens cut him down, but a very, very fast lad.
Yeah, but it was good communication. Sean Long, he pointed him to go at the touchline. When he cut inside, Sean Long got him from behind. Good communication between Sean Long and Wellens.
David Ferner looking for a weakness in that St Helens defence. Andrew Doonerman. On the last tackle. Oh, Fanati. Oh, well, it went. Did he go behind?
No, it's a knock on.
No, knock on because he hit the player, didn't he?
Didn't take it.
Yep.
There you go, watch. Okay, I think he saw it late, came late.
Yep. Hits Ward, that's a knock on.
And then Fanati hits Ward.
And there's nothing wrong with Ward.
No, but it's intense pressure now. The last 10 minutes they've been under severe pressure. Scramble defence has been superb, but Leeds will feel that they have to get something very soon with all this pressure.
Still just the one try in this second half from Wellens in the 43rd minute. We've gone 21 minutes without a point.
2, wait, quickest 8.
Duneman, MacDonald, 2 metres from that St Helens line. How long can this Saints side resist the Rhinos? Maguire, Turner, well wrapped up. 2 tackles remaining in this sequence. Burrow again, Duneman, Sinfield. Oh, nice little back flick there, back to Duneman. Duneman, there's a little gap there now. Good ball to Senior. Oh, he's a metre short on the 5th tackle. Connolly flicks it back to Burrow. Saints defence moving out very quickly. That's the time for the kick. Albert's underneath it. They've all missed it. Oh, it's just rolling dead. Oh, and that was a good kick, because as Saints defence came out so quickly, there was time behind, wasn't there?
Who does this ball come off? Bridges, Calderwood. Yeah, it comes off Calderwood. Calderwood knocked it on anyway.
But when there's a ball bouncing like that, there's no time to think who it came off, is there?
But the defence has been immense by St Helens. They have been under the cosh, and it's been super organised, and even the scramble defence. The communication's been good.
Sean Long.
But they need to get another score. 4 points is nothing.
Hyam. Cunningham takes it on the balls, pounds through. Oh, beautiful ball to Edmondson. Great play from St Helens now. Down this left-hand channel. Sean Long. Oh, Gilmore's dropped it.
And that's what they can do, Ray. Under the cosh on their own try line. Just pick it up a couple of gears, and they nearly score on the other side through Gilmore.
But Saints don't seem to be able to keep the possession and the position, Jonathan, that Leeds are doing.
No, it'll be interesting to see a stat, to see what the stat is on territory and possession of the second half.
I think, Jonathan, too, a lot of work will be expected from this St Helens pack, because it will be a big risk for Ian Millward to put the other Samoan forward on Maori Fasavalu in a debut game.
Here we are, look, possession 52%, it seems a lot more than that.
It does to me.
Territorially again, Leeds, if you go on stats, Leeds should be winning, but there's only one stat that counts, and that's the scoreboard. But it would be a risk maybe to bring the Samoan forward on.
But he may have to do as somebody tires, because the pace here is relentless.
Yeah, but it is far more difficult for a forward to come into the game and adjust very well around the back. It's Ian Millward's call, no one else.
Indeed, the lad is warming up down there on the bench.
And then again, with such a big lad, the Leeds defence tiring.
Big gamble for Ian Millward, but gambles very often pay off, especially in knockout rugby. Sculthorpe.
His work rate today, Sculthorpe, has been immense.
Sean Long. Again, forcing Leeds back. Pushing Calderwood, he's got to bring it out of that in-goal area. Can they get him back behind that line? No. Yes, they can.
No. Ritalo tried his best.
Terrific tackle there from Darren Albert. St Helens moving in then. Willie Poaching being forced sideways.
And watch St Helens. They'll pick it up here. Oh, there's Hooper again. They will pick it up.
That's what you call. I think there's a red cross stamped on that ball that Danny Maguire got. For a hospital pass, if ever there was one. Jason Hooper coming in at full force. Marcus Bai. It's fierce down there.
Very good run, Marcus Bai. Helped his forwards out there.
Duneman with the kick. Wellens picks it up very well. He's got to gain ground swiftly. He does do. Good play there by Paul Wellens. Misjoint. the former St Helens skipper come back. All the experience on the pitch there now.
Go Willie!
Sean Long.
Again, it's the angle.
To John Wilkin. Cunningham. Skullthorpe. Good ball. Oh, wide here is a chance for St Helens. Oh, did he get it down? I don't think he did. And I think he knows it. Was he just bundled into touch?
And again, they've worked the space.
It was on the floor. I don't recall putting an arm up.
Don't think Fanati thinks he got it down, Jonathan.
Well, there's the overlap. Does he get it down? Maguire gets to him. Senior gets to him.
No.
No.
I don't know. Whose foot hits the upright?
Well,
no, he loses the ball.
Yeah, did not control of the ball. He says, what's the ankle tap by Maguire? Number 6, he gets to him. Hits him off balance. Senior finishes him. No try. How important will that be?
Powerful run, but that was clever thinking from Danny Maguire.
Yeah, and that's his... he will play no more part in this game, Fanati. He's gone off, and I think Gardner's come on that wing.
Yep. Well, Eddie Gardner in tip-top form, picked up a couple of tries. Oh, that's not a play at all, that's a forward pass. Play on, and here's a chance. Willie Tallow's going for the line. And Willie Tallow has scored. And it all came from a shocking play the ball. The referee allowed play on. And Willie Tallow, the former Canterbury Bulldog centre, snapped it up and had the pace to go for the corner. A 4-pointer from St Helens, and do they think they're in the next round?
Well, this is all about the lack of composure. As we said, it's been a frantic game. Ball is there, and that's a messy play of the ball. That's a messy pass. Duneman doesn't secure ball. It's a lovely pass, but I think it's John Wilkin, and Tallow shows fantastic pace to get there. But watch this pass. I think Hyam gets to him. He loses the ball. Lovely play by Wilkin. Take and give, spins. Tallow puts his foot on a pedal, and he gets it quite easy. What a mistake by Leeds. Watch the hand. Hyam goes in, secures the ball, flick pass, and then it's just foot on a pedal. Over he goes. What a crucial mistake. Scrappy play of the ball, poor pass.
But it's that split thinking there by John Wilkin, knowing exactly what to do at the precise moment with the ball, Jonathan.
Yes, it is. It's good play by Hyam, then by Wilkin. But you can't afford to do that. You've got to be more secure.
Sean Long then. The pressure taken off him, as of course St Helens already 8 points in the lead. Long looking to extend that to 10. Oh, he does. 2 points to the roars of the crowd. Terrific effort from Sean Long. And the relief all around this Nosey Road ground, especially for that youngster and that lady are dressed in red and white. But it's not over yet. Remember Leeds in that semi-final at the McAlpine last year. They were staring defeat in the face. Far more time in this match than in... Oh, he's lost the ball.
I think Bailey thinks that there was a hand in there. Let's have a look. And there was. Skullthorpe, hand over the top, dislodges it.
Well, you would think the touch judge on that far side might have spotted that. that mistake just shows that for all the pressure Tony Smith's side have put on in this half, they still haven't scored a point. Richard, anything to add down there?
Well, only that obviously even at this stage of the game you certainly wouldn't rule the Rhinos out, but some of the options may just favour the Saints coach Ian Millwood. He's got 4 substitutions left, while the Rhinos only have 1, so a little bit more to play with maybe.
Hazard. Ricky Hyam, good running. Sculthorpe. Hyam, long again, just pushing the ball into touch, using up the time, opting for the scrum.
Running the clock down.
There's some time to go yet though, Jonathan. Matches can be won and lost in this.
Yeah, but...
Time up, please. Get in! Get in! Get in!
They've had immense pressure, Leeds, haven't they? And they just haven't scored.
Maguire to Connolly. Chev Walker.
And they've been very quiet on this side. Chev Walker, started the season on fire, but they've just kept the ball away from the right-hand side. Calderwood, Chev Walker.
Maguire, Sinfield. Oh, nice little chip over, but it's not worked. Well read there by you. Aidy Gardner. Leeds have to try a few ploys like that. They desperately need to score very, very quickly. 24-14 for the Saints. All St Helens have to do is to hold this ball. Jason Hooper.
St Helens will now go for the kill this one.
That just shows the intensity of the game, Jonathan. 138 tackles apiece.
Come on!
5 minutes remaining. Hyam.
Back in the pocket, drop goal, we watch, no messing. Thank you.
Ooh. Oh, he gets the ball again. Here's Sean Long going for the line. Hyam gets there. Oh, has he got Homer?
Double movement.
Double movement.
Come on.
It's all happening down there.
Right, back off. It's a double movement. Back you go. Back you go.
Back you go, says Mr. Smith. And back they do go.
Yep.
Sinfield trying to take the quick kick.
There's the drop goal. Charge down, not too much time. Steals the ball. He's going to take Gary Connolly on. Stands his ground. Inside ball. Here's Hyam. Takes the ball great. Yeah, his elbows on the floor, good effort, no try, double movement.
It was a very, very nice pick-up, wasn't it?
Yeah, there's still 4 minutes left.
Aidy Gardner moving in. Still Leeds coming forward, not giving up hope. Dooneman wanted a quicker play the ball there than that. Sinfield. Wellens again. He's picked up 2 tries already, been terrific in defence. John Wilkin. And what about this lad? Power Gen man of the match, Jonathan?
Yeah, that's it. Today, Sculthorpe's been fantastic today, Paul Sculthorpe, but, he's carried the ball back well. He scored 2 tries defensively, he's been solid, so the Power Gen man of the match has to be, Wellens today.
Hazard. St Helens looking for one more try to add to that score. Leeds looking for pride, desperate to hold them out. Sculthorpe, who must have ran Paul Wellens so narrowly for that man of the match award. Cunningham. Sean Long not bothered as long as Saints are in possession. The seconds ticking down, 2 minutes remaining now. 10 points the difference.
More a direct route by Chris Joint.
And a knock on.
And he's lost it.
St Helens with 2 tries in each half. Wellens and Fonati in the first 40 minutes, and Paul Wellens again, and that sensational burst from Willie Tallow. And Leeds, not a point in this final 40 minutes. Sinfield now then. Keith Senior rather, coming away. Good burst by Mona, good pass inside to Marcus By. This is good rugby. Oh, intercepted by Darren Albert. Now Albert is away. He's got support outside him. Eddie Gardner going for the corner himself. Sensible kick, just not directed.
It just sums the match up, doesn't it? One end to the next.
Don't even know who's got the ball.
They've got to try everything. Here's the first break. They've kept it exceptionally quiet. Here's the break, inside ball. And By's got to try and offload again. Well read by Albert. Goes upfield. Gets away. Releases Ava Gardner. Good support play again by Leeds. A good.
Chev Walker. Well, Leeds trying everything they possibly can now. They're not coming off. Walker kicking the ball, directing to touch.
Yeah, they've tried everything, but they failed to break this St Helens defence on the second half, which has been magnificent.
Terrific game. Ian Millwall, he'd been delighted with this. He told me 2 or 3 weeks ago, you have to beat Bradford, Leeds and Wigan before you can even think of winning a Challenge Cup. His team have now accounted for 2 of those clubs, and he insisted jokingly this week he's keen to draw Wigan if they're successful in Namur in France. Well, whatever the ties drawn out of the bag on Sunday here on Grandstand, he'll savour this result. And at last, Jonathan, the memory of that epic semi-final when Leeds were triumphant last season can be put to rest.
Yeah, you know, they've done it to Bradford, now Leeds. Yeah, they won Wigan. I think quietly, you know, still in the competition at Warrington. It's not going to be difficult, but a fantastic game. Saints deserving winners.
And a great performance from Saints, a terrific battle too from Leeds. All credit to the Rhinos. And I understand we've got Ian Millward down there on the touchline.
Yes, Ray. Ian, another towering performance, even with a patched up side. You must be happy with that.
Oh, how good's rugby league? What an awesome game, the skills, the bravery. I was all there for the scene, and what an atmosphere. And what can I say? I got 17 Warriors that I'm really proud of.
Early in the second half, Leeds looked to have the advantage. They were pressing, but Saints' defence was, just magnificent sometimes.
Yeah, well, mate, you know, I mean, I thought we'd give them a little bit of ball, which kept give them a lifeline, but our defence was awesome up there, and this bloke was awesome. You know, he's been great in the pre-season. He's trained so hard, and he deserves everything he gets here.
Thanks, Ian. The man of the match, Paul Wellens. Congratulations, Paul.
Yeah, thank you.
2 tries from you, a vital contribution, really.
Yeah, it was a vital contribution, but at the end of the day, it doesn't matter who gets over the tries, and you know that game was won by our defence in the second half. You know, the boys stood firm.
That was a very different game than the Bradford game, though, wasn't it?
Yeah, entirely different. We knew it would be. Leeds are a different side to Bradford, both equally skillful, but no difference in their own unique ways, and we had to be our best today.
2 tries from you, but I thought that maybe the clincher Willie Tellow's in the 70th minute.
Yeah, it was an opportunity try. You know, we capitalised on an error from Leeds, and you know, Willie had the gas to go all the way.
Are you looking forward to the final now?
Oh, we won't speak about the final yet. You know, there's another round. You know, knowing how we look this year, we'll probably get Wigan at Wigan.
Congratulations, Paul. Well done.
Cheers. Thank you very much.
And the ovation is still going on here at Knowsley Road after the epic semi-final last season. Well, these 2 great cup battlers have produced another astonishing Challenge Cup confrontation, and Ian Millward must be very, very proud indeed of his St Helens side. Try and sum it up for us, Dennis Betts, Brian Noble. What have you seen from St Helens today?
Well, I think a team that's renowned for their offensive capability has shown that they'll scramble, they'll fight, they'll claw, they'll bite, they'll hang on to their try line. Their defensive effort in the second half when Leeds were pressing was great, and then they just managed to go to the other end of the field and put icing on the cake for their coach. It's a great win for Saints.
And scramble defence doesn't necessarily mean panic, does it, Dennis? There was great self-belief out there.
They're very organised. They know when they've got to come in, they know when they've got to push, and they cover for each other. And as we can see here, winners are grinners, like you see the Leeds lads traipsing off, and they're hurts. And Leeds are a very, very good side. That's where the elation's so great from St Helens. That Leeds are a very, very good side. And to win a Challenge Cup game of this magnitude and go into the hat again brings out the best in sides.
St Helens, they've accounted for Bradford, they've accounted for Leeds. How keen are you to avoid them should Wigan make the quarter-final?
Well, what will be will be. It's like, well, you don't really want to be pulled out against any of the top sides, but like you just said there, Paul Wellens, if you've got to beat the best sides to win the competition. And at the moment, St Helens are accounting for some of the best sides in Super League. But what will be will be. What comes out of the hat, you can't control. I think, is that true, Brian?
You've got to play them all at some time, and Ian Millwall sums it up quite correctly. You know, you just got to get who you get and get on with it, and they've got on with this. You know, they haven't focused on their injured players. They've focused on putting a plan together that could trouble Leeds, and they've done just that. Full credit to them.
We've all thoroughly enjoyed a wonderful cup tie here at Knowsley Road. 7 remaining ties take place tomorrow, including Dennis Betts, your trip to France with Wigan. Getting closer, of course, to the final at the Millennium Stadium on May the 15th. And the ticket hotline number there, that will cope with all early bookings for the cup final, 0870 990 1313. They might be getting a lot of calls tonight from St Helens because they are into a quarter-final draw that takes place on Sunday Grandstand tomorrow afternoon at 5:20. That after a programme that also includes the second semi-final of Rugby Union's Knockout Cup. That's Newcastle against Pertemps Bees. That was after Sale booked their place in the final with their victory over Leeds a little earlier today. Not the best of days for Leeds, but certainly a great day for Rugby League here at Knowsley Road this afternoon. Great cup tie. Thanks very much to Dennis and to Brian as well, and we'll hand you back to final score and race stamps.
Today, but the tie of the round had to be St Helens Leeds. It was an unbelievable game played out yesterday. If you missed it, here's some of the action.
Leeds need to assert themselves in this. Oh, good ball to Senior. He's just got Wellens to beat to Maguire. Oh, and Maguire's in at the side of the post. This youngster started the move and he's finished it. Skulthorpe. Good ball to Wellens. Wellens is over. Paul Wellens in at the corner. Timed his run to perfection. Sinfield. Little grubber. Wellens has got it covered. Oh, he's lost it. And Ryan Bailey has scored it. The last tackle. The ball out to Sean Long. St Helens are running it. Oh, here's a chance for Saints to Hooper. Oh, he's in at the corner. Chris Joint, Sean Long, Skulthorpe. They've got some space out wide here with Willie Tallow. Good ball to Wellens, and Wellens is in. And Paul Wellens in for his second try of the afternoon. Again, another timely intervention, but it was the pass that gave him the chance. Play the ball, that's a forward pass. Play on, and here's a chance. Willie Tallow's going for the line, and Willie Tallow has scored, and it all came from a shocking play the ball.
Well, quite a game there. England forward and Bradford Bulls forward Stuart Fielding joins me now. Stuart, well, you were a victim of St Helens earlier on, but let's take a quick look at today's results there. We've just kind of missed them there for a second, but let's just initially talk about you obviously lost out to St Helens there in the third round. Quite a side and quite a performance there.
Yeah, Saints are riding pretty high at the moment, aren't they? Obviously the win over Leeds yesterday, and pretty much obviously I think they'll be the favourites now. They're pretty much white hot.
Okay, well let's see who they might be facing. Let's have a look at today's results if we could. There you go. What do you make of that? What surprises do we have there?
Well, it's a few tight draws there, isn't there?
Well, yeah. York, of course, never winning the trophy, Division 2, beating Division 1 there. Great result for them. Yeah,
with York and Whitehaven left in, I'm sure they'll pretty much be hoping for each other in the draw.
Hull Castleford, are you surprised by that result there? 7th and 9th against each other?
Well, I thought Castleford might rouse themselves a bit. It's always tough going away to Hull, but it looks like Hull have, you know, kept a clean sheet and pretty much played really well.
And Wakefield, 5 times winners, beaten London there, finalists in 1999, not to be for them this year.
Yeah, again, I think Wakefield have done really well down at London. You know, going down to London's a really hard place to go and win, and to win by that amount in something that means so much, I suppose, is a really good win.
Of course, St Helens, I'd be saying that they're probably likely to face Wigan now in the next round.
Yeah, they seem to get the hard draws. They seem pretty much to get Leeds every year, don't they? You know, the few people will be shouting at that on the telly now. Yeah, so I think, you know, they'll be hoping maybe for a little bit of an easier draw this time, but I think with the confidence that they're riding with at the moment, they'll pretty much feel, you know, bring it on, we'll take anyone on.
OK, well, it's nearly time for the draw now for the quarterfinals. Let's have a quick look at the numbers in the hat there. Of course, the numbers and names are there from the start of the competition rather than now. So that's what you're looking out for. So let's join Stuart and the Executive Chairman of the RFL, Richard Lewis, and MD of Paragen, Nick Holler, for the draw. Gentlemen, over to you.
Thank you, Craig, and welcome to the quarter-final draw for the 2004 Paragen Challenge Cup. Gentlemen, please, the draw.
The first one is a number 30.
It's Wigan Warriors.
Number 26.
We'll play Wakefield Trinity Wildcats.
And a number 20.
St Helens.
Number 11.
Against Hull FC.
And a number 10.
Huddersfield Giants.
Number 32.
We'll play York City Knights.
And number 28.
Whitehaven.
Number 27.
We'll play Warrington Wolves. And that concludes the quarter-final draw for the 2004 Paragen Challenge Cup. These matches will be played on Sunday the 28th of March unless mutually agreed otherwise.
Well, there you go. They're the quarterfinals. Quite a few talking points there. Let's have just a quick look at the draw. Stuart, if you want to come back and join me there. Wigan against Wakefield. 17 titles against 5 titles there.
Yeah, Wigan have got the home draw there. Obviously a tough trip for Wakefield, but you know, you never know really in the Challenge Cup, do you?
Okay, let's take a look at St Helens there. Obviously, they didn't get Wigan, but they do have Hull.
Yeah, Saints have been lucky again, and they've got the home draw, which I think in any of these rounds is obviously always favourable. But Hull got a good win this weekend, and obviously there's the Super League next week, so I'm sure they'll be looking forward to that.
Okay, Huddersfield York. What do you make of that? Division 2 team, are they going to be able to...
Yeah, well, I think pretty much everybody knows the end result, really. I mean, it'd be pretty much a real big shock if York did beat Huddersfield, because Huddersfield are actually playing quite well at the moment.
They haven't had a final appearance since, I think, 62 or something, isn't it?
Yeah, it'd be quite a while back, yeah. But yeah, I think Huddersfield will be pretty confident in that, especially with the home tie.
And then the final one there, Whitehaven Warrington.
Well, yeah, Whitehaven, you know, it's always tough going over to Whitehaven. Warrington were in the most splendid form today, I don't think. But yet again, I think we pretty much know the end result. But I suppose over at Whitehaven, you might get a few spanners thrown in the works.
Well, really looking at this here, you got to think Wigan St Helens final, don't you?
Yeah, I think, you know, I'm going to get away from the fence and not sit on it. I would say Wigan and St Helens. I'd pretty much go for that myself.
Okay. Any other predictions? Any surprises there you'd like to see?
Well, obviously I'd like to see, you know, one of the smaller clubs overturning a big club, but in all reality, I don't think that'll happen in the next round.
Okay, Stuart, well, thanks for your time today, and we look forward to the rest of those. Well, I think we should continue talking about the great news today over in the Caribbean. What